everyone, welcome to another video. So in today's video we'll be talking about scabies. So what is scabies? Scabies is a highly contagious skin infection that is caused by a very tiny mite called the Scapotis scabiei hominis. So that is basically what they call this tiny mite that causes this skin infection. So these mites, they are so small that they cannot be seen with the naked eye. They require microscopes to be seen. So they burrow into the top layer of the skin where they lay eggs, causing intense itching and intense rash. So it spreads throughout through close physical contact, especially skin to skin contact. Like if you touch somebody that has these scabies, you can get it. And sometimes they can also spread through shared clothing, beddings, or shared towels. So scabies is a common worldwide infection, and it affects people of all ages, social classes, different races, and it spreads easily in crowded environments like boarding schools, prisons, nursing homes, and refugee camps too, because you are basically in contact with so many people, so it's easy for it to spread in that kind of environment. So when it comes to understanding these scabies, we have to understand how the skin, how what the skin is made up of, and how these scabies affects the skin. So basically, the skin is is the largest organ of the body, and the outermost layer of the skin is called the epidermis. It basically provides like a barrier against infection. Then this, when it comes to when somebody has the scabies, so the scabies mites that cause this scabies, they actually penetrate just beneath this epidermal layer, and they create burrows in the stratum corneum. And this stratum corneum is actually the outermost layer of the epidermis. So the epidermis is the outermost layer of the skin. The stratum corneum is the outermost layer of the epidermis. So the body's immune system reacts to the presence of the mites, presence of the eggs of the mites, and the waste from the mites. So this leads to inflammation, itching, and sometimes secondary infections too can occur. So looking at the pathophysiology of scabies, so when female mites enter the skin, she lays like 2 to 3 eggs per day inside the burrow, and the eggs hatch in a few days, and the young mites, they grow into adults within 10 to 15 days. So the itching is usually due to a delayed allergic reaction to the mite's saliva, to the mite's eggs, and to the feces too. So the scratching the itchy areas, they can lead to like breaks in the skin, which may become infected by the bacteria, which may become infected by bacteria like Staphylococcus aureus, which is a common bacteria that causes a lot of skin infections. So this break in the skin can give room for infections from this kind of bacteria. So what exactly causes scabies, and what are the risk factors? So number one, the risk factor is having close skin to skin contact with an infected person, sharing clothes, towels, or bed linen, living in overcrowded places or places with poor hygiene conditions, having a weakened immune system. It may lead to severe form, like the very severe form of scabies known as crusted scabies, and also sexual contact with an infected partner, like someone that has scabies. So for the symptoms of scabies, these symptoms, they usually appear 4 to 6 weeks after the initial exposure. But if someone has had scabies before, symptoms can start within a few days. So if you've had it before, it comes on faster than when you've not had it before, basically. So the key symptoms are: number one, severe itching, especially at night. Then rash with small red bumps or blisters, thin curved lines on the skin, which are known as burrows, sores caused by scratching, excessive scratching, because it's very itchy. And in children, it may affect the head, it may affect the neck, the palms, and the soles. Then in adults, the common sites for infection include the wrists, the elbows, between the fingers, armpits, waist, nipples, genitals, and basically there are a lot of, for adults, the sites for infection is a lot. So in the very severe form of scabies, which is known as crusted scabies, the person has thick crusts of skin filled with the mites, and is highly contagious. This form is very contagious. So when it comes to the diagnosis is often clinical, based on symptoms and typical appearance of the rash. So in some cases, a skin scraping may be examined, like a scraping that is gotten from the skin. It may be examined under a microscope to see the mites, because like I said, you can't see these mites with the naked eye because they are very tiny. So but with the microscope, the doctor can be able to see the mites clearly, see their eggs, their feces, and everything. So they might scrape a part of the skin, check it under the microscope for examination. And then dermoscopy, there's another procedure called dermoscopy, which is a special skin magnifying device. So they use this skin magnifying device that may reveal the burrows that are caused by these scabies. Then also ink test can be done, or felt tip pen test, which may also visualize burrows. So like I explained before, burrows are actually thin curved lines on the skin that is a particular symptoms of this scabies infection. So conditions that can look like scabies include like eczema, especially atopic dermatitis, then contact dermatitis too, fungal infection, psoriasis, insect bites. So basically any infection of the skin can actually mirror the same conditions as scabies, any itchy infection of the skin. So for the treatment, the goal is to kill the mites and their eggs to relieve the person of these symptoms and prevent the spread. So the main treatments, number one, topical permethrin cream 5% is applied from the neck to the toes, and also applied on the scalp in babies, and is usually left overnight. Then it is washed off and is repeated like this after 7 days. So topical permethrin cream. Then we have oral ivermectin. So oral ivermectin is given for severe or crusted scabies or during like outbreaks, and is given as a single dose and repeated after 7 to 14 days. Then we also have benzoate and sulfur ointments, or malathion lotion. So these are like alternatives to permethrin, and it's given when permethrin is unavailable, or if permethrin is unsuitable. Then some antihistamines too can help for the itching, to reduce the itching. And then antibiotics if there's a secondary bacterial skin infection, like if this Staphylococcus aureus has gotten into the skin, so we can give antibiotics to help in this case. So basically all household members and close contacts of people that have had these scabies must be treated at the same time that the person that has the scabies is being treated, even if they've not started experiencing symptoms, because like I said, symptoms appear faster when you've had scabies, but it might not appear as fast when you've not had it before. So even if you're not seeing symptoms and there's somebody in the house that has scabies, you should also, it's also good for you to get treated the same time the person is getting treated, so that the person does not get infected again, or so that it doesn't get transmitted again, basically. So for the management and prevention when it comes to scabies, it's good to wash all clothing, bed linens, towels that were used in the last 3 days. Try to wash them in hot water and dry them with heat. Then items that cannot be washed should be sealed in a plastic bag for at least 72 hours, and avoid close contact with people, and do not share personal items like clothes, bedding, bed sheets, towels, and try to keep your fingernails short, because long fingernails are known to carry a lot of germs, and they can also cause skin damage if you have scabies. Like if you are scratching a lot and you have long nails, they can also lead to skin damage, which can lead to these secondary bacterial infections that I explained earlier. So in summary, scabies is a skin condition caused by tiny mites that cannot be seen with the naked eye, and they burrow into the skin, causing intense itching and rash, and it spreads through direct skin contact and shared items. And diagnosis is usually based on appearance and symptoms, and treatment involves using permethrin cream or oral ivermectin, and all people that have been in close contact with the person that is being treated for scabies has to also be treated for scabies. So it is my role to guide people on taking preventive measures and ensuring adherence to treatment, and also guiding them on the right treatment when they have this kind of conditions and other various conditions. So that's basically the summary of this topic known as scabies. I hope you'll be able to learn a thing or two. So I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.